right, so here's a little bit of practice for parts of the sentence. This is an exercise that looks just like the one that we did in class, but it has different sentences, but the instructions are the same. So what we want to do is find the structure of each of the sentences here. So we're just going to kind of take some steps here. So the first thing you want to do is identify the subject. So put a line between the subject and the verb. I'm going to put a line right there. So that defines my subject on one side, and the rest is the predicate. The predicate is everything else outside of the subject. Next, I'm going to find my verb. So there's my verb. The verb is the centerpiece. If you're ever confused, work from the verb. Find the verb and work your way out. So my subject is I. My verb is left. Looks like an action verb to me. So the verb is an action verb. And it is an action verb that is transitive. Transitive means it takes an object. Okay, in this case, the thing that I left is my laptop. So the laptop is going to be what we say is the direct object. Okay, here's a little prep phrase. I'm going to get rid of that prep phrase. I know it's a prep phrase because it begins with a preposition and ends with a noun. So in terms of structure, I have an SV DO structure, which equals letter B. Okay. The next one, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a little line between my subject and my verb. I'm going to find the verb then, and I'm going to work out from my verb. So here's the verb, are. So I really want to pay attention to that main verb because that's going to be kind of the heartbeat of the sentence. So you is the subject, are is the verb. Are is a linking verb. So are is a linking verb. Linking verbs are never transitive or intransitive. They just are connectors, right? So what they do is they connect the subject to either a noun that renames the subject or an adjective that describes the subject. So I'm going to thin things out a little bit here, and I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that prep phrase. You are my best friend. My and best are going forward into friend. But friend is a predicate nominative that's going backwards to modify the word friend. So what we have here is a subject, verb, predicate nominative structure. A predicate nominative is a noun that renames the subject. So in this case, you are my friend, my best friend is you. We can invert those things. That's how we know that it's a predicate nominative. Okay, so here's another sentence. She made me super happy after the race. So the first thing I'm going to do is separate my subject from my verb. Now I'm going to look for my verb. There's my verb. So verb, super important. We're going to work out from the verb. So she is the subject. Made. Oh, when it's a verb of make, verbs of make or elect may have an object complement, also known as the OC. Let's see if this one has that. After the race, let's go ahead and get that out of our way. She made me super happy. Well, so if made is an action verb, which it is, made is an action verb. It is one of those make or elect verbs. This one happens to be transitive, right? You made what? Transitive. That's how we know it's transitive. The question what in the sentence is me, right? You made me super happy. So me is going to be the direct object. Happy describes the direct object. So it's an object complement. In other words, it's just kind of completing or complementing the meaning of the object complement. All right, next one. Oh, so what are we dealing with here? We're dealing with a subject, verb, DOOC structure, which equals letter choice letter D. Okay, so we're going to look at number 4 here. Oops, I lost my number 4 there. Don't know why I did, but I did. Lost my number 4. Sorry, a little housekeeping. Okay, so my mom is the most influential person in Washington. So here I'm going to divide my subject from my predicate right there. Here's a prep phrase. Let's get rid of that bad boy, thin things out. Okay, so my mom is the most common linking verb there is. It's a form of the verb to be. So I know I'm going to be dealing with an SV, either a PA or PN structure. So let's see. So here's my linking verb. And the thing that I want probably is person, right? So person is the thing it's linking to. And because person is a noun, I'm dealing with a predicate noun structure. So my answer for this one is going to be a B. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this one, number 5. So right away, I'm getting pretty good at this. So I see that there's a prep phrase. I'm going to zonk that one out right away. Okay, so that bread, there's my subject-verb division. Here's my verb. Remember, your heartbeat's going to be the verb. So look for the verb and work backwards. So bread is the subject. Smells is the verb. Now, if the bread was smelling, it would be action. But the bread isn't smelling. It's not doing anything. It's just sitting there. So this sentence is really just describing the bread. So then I know that it's a linking verb. Okay, so I have a subject verb, and the verb is a linking verb. And it's linking to this word here, which is the complement. And in that case, that complement is an adjective, right? So the structure that I have is an SVPA structure, which is choice letter E. All right, so in this one, Margaret is my only cousin. Here's my division between subject and verb. Here's my verb, so I'm going to put the verb in red like the other ones. Is, oh well, that is a linking verb. So let's thin things out a little bit. So on this side is a prep phrase, and of the Atlantic is a prep phrase. And then, so now the question is this complement a noun or an adjective? Well, cousin is a noun. So what I'm dealing with here is an SVPN structure, which is choice letter AB. All right, let's take a look at this one. So I'm going to put a slash between subject and verb. Here's my main verb, took, and that is action. So what did you take? What did you take? Oh, I took the list. All right, so that is going to be one of the complements, definitely, the list. That's a direct object. Here's a prep phrase. Let's get rid of that little thing, thin that out of there. Oh, here's another prep phrase. Let's get rid of that bad boy. So now I'm just left with Miss Mandel. So what are we going to do with that? Well, Miss Mandel is an indirect object, right? Indirect objects answer to whom or to what. So I have an SVIODO structure, which is letter C. Okay, so here's a little note about indirect objects versus direct objects. Indirect objects answer to whom or to what after a transitive action verb. They always come before the DO. Okay? Don't find one in a prep phrase. Okay? Because prep phrases are their own little packages. You're never going to find anything in there. Okay, so I hope you guys find that helpful. Please come and see me if you want some extra help before the test. I will put this document up as a resource for you to print out and look at and mark yourself. Hope that's helpful. Thanks. Bye, guys. Good luck Friday, Thursday or Friday, whichever day you take it. Bye.